There it goes. All right. I'm going to record this. I think my computer is kind of on its last legs. If computers had legs, I probably would walk out of this room. Hi, everybody. Today is December 19th. It is my day 2.222, which if you've ever wondered what that number means, it's my second year, 222 days into this wonderful transition. One trans at middle age. I am still middle aged, I think. I'm 46. So, just want to touch base today. Normally I work from home, and a couple of days this week I've had to go into the office. First 3 days of this week, and so I'll be home the rest of the week and the rest of the year because we're coming up on Christmas and New Year's. And I have like this inverse philosophy. When people seem to dress up, I dress down, and vice versa. And so, there are people in my office now with, jeans and t-shirts and Christmas stuff and everything. So I decided today that I was going to dress up. And so I wore a nice blouse. I'll take this off so you can see. Very nice, for me nice, I guess I say. It's like a handkerchief dress, sort of. And a very reasonable pair of heels, wedge heels, and pantyhose and everything else. And did my makeup not too much. And I dressed up today. I wanted to kind of dress up. I haven't dressed up in a while. And I think if this video has any topic, it'll be somewhat the expectation or my thoughts somewhat on dressing up. As a young child, I love the feel of nylon. My mother's nylons are pantyhose. Now I don't think I have a fetish for pantyhose, okay? But I always just liked the way that it looked in the light and whatnot. And, since I transitioned, I you know what I mean? I could say today at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to getting these pantyhose off. To go to the bathroom, you got to pull your dress up and then you got to pull the other thing down. And you do your business, and then it's the reverse. You got to pull that up, and you got to put your panties, and you got to pull the pantyhose up, and you got to pull them up because where they've gotten loose, and so you don't have the ankles, or in my case, cankles. It's a bit of a letdown. It's kind of like bras are another good example. When you get home, you're like, woohoo, the girls are free. Let the girls out. Anyway, I guess that's one of those your mileage may vary type things, but anyway, that's just my thoughts on the day. And the shoes, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot anyway. I'm 6 foot tall, very big person, and so I don't wear heels like other women wear heels. I have Miss Jamie. My friend Miss Jamie, who has the legs of the gams of Betty Grable. She has these great looking legs and little feet, and probably could wear high heels and everything. And Sarah wears high heels, and I could just name names here. Amber, she's another one. These little feet, you could wear high heel shoes. For me to wear high heel shoes, number one, it puts a lot of pressure on my feet, but also I become 6'4" instead of 6 foot, so I tend to stick to flats. But normally I would notice lately I've been wearing mostly sneakers all the time, so a little bit of disillusionment maybe with the other. But it's good, I think, occasionally to just dress up. A couple things going on. Tomorrow, I get a package in the mail from, it's Dr. W's. I'm going to say Weiler's. I don't know if that's it. But the Dr. Weiler's anti-fatigue system. If you go to antifatigue.org, this is a physician who has put together a concoction of natural supplements to help fight fatigue. And specifically, I'm doing the program because my cortisol is really wacky, and my biological clock is also wacky. And so both my primary care doctor and my endocrinologist both referred me to a sleep psychologist, which I'll start next week, and also to do this cortisol thing. Like I said, it's I'm going to say Dr. Weiler's, and it sounds like a snake oil type thing, Dr. Weiler's elixir of youth, or Dr. Weiler's tonic. But it's a series of supplements, and it's supposed to really, really help. It is the Cadillac of dealing with cortisol imbalance. And if you're not familiar with maybe some of the videos lately, since I had my surgery back in March, my cortisol has been messed up. I cannot sleep for more than a couple hours. I wake up every morning at 3, regardless of what day it is. Cannot go back to sleep. And so in some ways, I'm kind of sleep deprived. It's chronic insomnia. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the behavioral side of it, the sleep psychologist, to help me deal with going back to sleep and anxiety. But also, if this cortisol thing licks it, then I can actually get a good night's sleep. And I remember, it was a Doctor Who. It was Mark of the Rani, Colin Baker episode where the Rani was removing chemicals from human brains that enabled the person to sleep. And because the people couldn't sleep, they began to lose cognitive ability, but they became very aggressive. They couldn't process, they couldn't sleep, they couldn't rest. And so even though I do get 3 hours collectively over 3 to 4 hours collectively over a 7-hour period, it's not quite that full restful sleep that everyone else gets. And so I think that's been a bit of an issue with me being a little depressed and a little sad. And it definitely sets up a feedback loop with your cortisol, because if you don't get certain sleep cycles, it messes with, I think it's circadian rhythm of sleep, and it really can mess you up. And so for me, I don't think I've been irritable. I just think I've been depressed. And I've lost interest in a lot of things, and they've tried to put me on sleeping pills and medication to make me go to sleep. But what that's done is it's removed the low band of emotions and the high band of emotions. So yes, I'm not depressed. Well, I'm not anxious as I could be, but I'm also not as happy as I could be. I don't have those highs of emotions, and I don't have the lows of emotions, which is kind of this, you become a zombie. I've heard that, the Zoloft zombie. And so I'm kind of curious to see if that does it. And that's really just about it. Just kind of checking in. But again, I had to laugh, and I'll share a story too from today. And it's one of the reasons kind of why I wanted to make the video, was because I had a coworker today who noticed I was dressed up, and she said, Robin, that's a nice dress. You look good today. And that really touched my heart. Previously, no one ever came up to me and said, you look nice today. So that's kind of cool. And the other thing I noticed is, people check each other out. And women, in my opinion, for what it's worth, which isn't much, they look at the shoes, And so today it was funny, because as I was walked by, or I would be seen, the guys look for your breasts, right? But the girls look for your shoes. And, freedom. Here's the shoe. It's a very reasonable wedge, but it's cute. But anyway, so it was neat to kind of be stared at somewhat, but anyway. And that's really just about it. I'm hoping that, like I said, I'm hoping that the cortisol thing will get me a little better. I definitely have gained a lot of mass. I think also from not getting sleep and a combination of the drugs they have me on. I think it kind of it's an attempt to slow down your metabolism somewhat. But boy, the cortisol, oh man, it's like at 3 o'clock when I wake up, man, you're like, woo, stress level is pegged. And I'm hoping that this, like I said, Dr. Weiler's treatments will help that out. And I had a kind of a cool experience too last night. I'll share, because I've been really like hard on myself emotionally. Like I said, you don't have those highs or lows. And last night I got my work done and whatnot, and I started to sing, and I felt really good. I've lost a lot of interest in hobbies, and I'm hoping to get some of those things back. So yeah, so there's some changes on the horizon, but I wanted to share them a little bit. And that's all I got, friends. So I guess I'll sign off and wish everyone, like I said, I haven't made a video in a while, just general status update. We're a couple days, 4 or 5 days away from Christmas, and that's awesome. It's been really weird not to be like in the Christmas spirit this year. Again, like I said, I don't have the emotional. It's like come over here, do that. I miss that. And it's kind of drugged the season down somewhat. So, all right. On that note, I will wish you the best of luck in becoming the person that you want to be. And I had a thought about that yesterday. You know, again, isn't it? I read a post on Facebook, and someone had said, I can't wait until I have my surgery and I transition and my life will be so much better. And I thought about that for a little bit, and I felt like saying, how is it, or why is it in my situation? I've had my surgery, I transitioned and I live full time, and you know, that should be a happy life, right? You know, I think I got so used to this existence, and to look in the mirror and see how far I've come, that is happiness, you know, being content. All right, my friends, till next time, good luck in your pursuits. All right, love you all. Bye-bye.